Welp! Seems like someone is trying to, disprove my claims. So, let's, get this started. So, yeah. Hey everyone, it's the Clone Wars once again, and, this is kind of a bit, unexpected. Especially for me. Because a certain someone that I have mentioned in my recent review has came up and tried to disprove my claims. Well, not that much because my video was just way too long for him to watch. And try to, but this is not like the first time that, well, technically response videos like this don't happen the first time, but well they just happen the second when the video that they are criticizing on releases first. So, but still the point still stands. So, Nori, I have seen at some Discord servers that you uploaded this video to disprove my claims. How are you gonna do that, buddy? How? I genuinely want to know.
What's good, everyone? I have been summoned from the dead today, boys. Let me tell you that. I've been summoned from the dead because we're talking about this new channel that popped up, and God forbid, let's start with the fact that this guy, this fella right here, Clone Wars Productions, dude, is that Clone Wars Productions, the real dude? He made a 3-hour. Let's.
I guess the production, the word productions really suits well with my channel now. I like that. But yeah, I am, one of the criticisms that I will admit, why the heck did I just made my video 3 hours long? I am just I really don't like how my video is 3 hours long. That is way too long for a video to watch. Especially for a review video. Also, the 10 dislikes really proves the whole points that I made in the video that he's trying to criticize, but that's not exactly important right now because I'm saving all of that negativity for part 3 of this new series that I'm making. So let's save up to that.
Just start with A, right? 3.5 hour breakdown of the Deep Blue mod. Bear in fact.
Well, it's not exactly 3 hours of that. It's more so along the longest hours of the reception part, which once again I could have wished I shortened it. But as I claimed in my description of this video, I then had a lot of fun making it, and I kind of got lazy at most of it, so it was very painful. Very painful. But I managed to get through it. Don't worry.
That I no longer am a part of this community, okay? I have nothing to do with Incredibox, and have had nothing to do with Incredibox for... Is it a year now? Is it actually a year now? Hold on.
Maybe so, yeah.
Let me, I have to see this. I have to see this right here. So the very last Incredibox thing I've ever done is hookers. And that was 9 months ago. Now, I'm making this video because my community in Discord pointed out that I am in this breakdown for some reason. Although I have stated that I am no longer in the community. You know, I don't actively participate in like covering mods anymore or anything like that. But a minute into this video, listen to this guy. I don't know why I mentioned. But yeah, let's just play it from the start. You know what?
Because you were the first one to you were one of the people who made a review on the Deep Blue mod, and and from what I myself can remember, it was a very positive one, which now once again he's going to make a point about everyone not having the same opinion, but once again, let's just keep that later into this video. Yeah, but yeah, like once again, just because you can enjoy the mod if you want, but once again, I have to break it down objectively. That's one of the main things that I do on the channel, you know.
For context, let's just play it from the start. Brand new channel. Let's start that this guy is a Five Nights at Freddy's ass looking aesthetic. So to me, instantly screams some sort of furry agenda, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. First false claim there. First of all, just because I have like an avatar that relates to something like FNAF, that doesn't mean I'm a quote-unquote furry or any of that bullheck. I am not connected to the furry community in any way, shape, or form. I just happen to have this persona of mine that is like FNAF, with like the metal hat and the suit to distinguish myself from both FNAF and the furry community, but once again, I'm not the furry. Also, I have human hands, so you can't exactly claim that I'm trying to be some kind of a furry guy just because I have like a Shadow Freddy persona thing. I have human hands.
I'm just trolling, by the way. He's probably not, but you know, it's kind of weird that you're
I am not at all
hiding behind a fucking teddy bear. Like, please, if you're gonna...
Once again, it's not a teddy bear. It's a Shadow Freddy dude. I get most people don't care about the FNAF story, the FNAF lore in general, but come on, guys. You gotta know the basics.
Call anyone out. Get your face out, buddy. I'm trying to talk. I'm trying to feel that connection. Which we have a debate right here. Second of all, or third of all at this point, 720p in 2025 is absurd. But let me play it. Let me play it.
Yeah, I don't know what you have to... I don't know what you're... I don't know what in the world are you trying to, like, you know... What you're trying to, like, prove with this claim. With this right here, the quality. I don't know, maybe that's, like... I don't know, maybe that has to do with something about, like... my visual blurriness, which once again I still cannot stand, and I would like to change it in some way, shape, or form, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Look at that, another professional review video just like the balls one. And don't worry, I'm actually going to take most of my time on making this review. I don't know why that I didn't do that for the Incredibox balls one. I guess I just, you know, kind of a bit rushed at it. But, that doesn't matter now.
This is one of the main, like, let me point out, I know he hasn't said much, but from the very first 30 seconds of a video, you can tell the guy has some serious superiority issues. He wants to be a...
Okay, first of all, how the heck did you manage to got that from, like, the first ever minutes of the video that you were watching? And besides, it's very ironic of how you say that. Yet, literally everyone else just keeps doing the same exact content over and over and over again. I mean, specifically you and all of the other Incredibox gamers out there, like, guys, you're not really reviewing the Incredibox mods. You're just kind of like playing on it and liking it, which is still the same thing over and over.
Above everyone else around him, he wants to sound like he's a bloody connoisseur of Incredibox. Like,
because none of you guys are not trying to be like that. I mean, to be fair, that's what happens in the internet in general. Like, every hacking critic tries to be the objective one. Like, any critic. Like, either Animad, aka Electro Dragon, or Cartoon She, Shay Frillis, Saber Spark. Yes, the controversial one. Just anyone in general. It's always like a constant fight between who's the right and who's the wrong, and who's the right and who's the wrong. It's kind of like that, but whenever it comes to the Incredibox community, that doesn't happen. Everyone agrees on everything. And it's always positive, which is one of the big glaring issues with this community. We all need to agree on one simple thing, and I still cannot understand that. Like, once again, it's very ironic, right?
touch some grass, please. We're all here to have fun. We're here to...
Yeah, ironic of how you say that, even though... Fun fact about me, personally, I go outside. Either to swing or to, I don't know, buy something at the store. But yeah, I touch grass every day, buddy.
to enjoy, well, what I was at the time, right? Until I stopped enjoying it. But I'm just saying, these guys act like it's...
Well, this guy, more so this guy, what word that you are searching for is guy. Just the phrase this guy, not these guys. You're talking about one person, right? Not multiple people. One grammar issue.
Some prestige to be in the Incredibox community, this mod is so de la creme. It's so, you know, like, get a grip. It's just a video game about making dudes with sounds, and you are acting like it's above life.
Okay. First of all, just because I made a breakdown review on a modification of a beatbox game, that doesn't exactly mean I value it any more than anything I've ever did in my life. If anything, I kind of value it less because, I mean, to be honest, the official game itself, it's honestly still way more better than any of the other Incredibox mods. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are good Incredibox mods. It's just that the official Incredibox game itself is just, you know. But still, I don't value it like the highest of the highest. No, that's not what I do. No, I don't praise it that much. I am not you. I am not any of you. Not at all. Like, I have a brain, guys. I have standards. That's the big difference.
That's an issue, buddy. I'm just saying, you can still enjoy it without being this superior asshole to everyone else.
Exactly. Well, at the same time, no one else is trying to review these mods like well, like how Artemy does back at like 2022. So what's the point of like just simply enjoying it when no one is bothering to look at it through a magnifying glass? Like everyone's looking at it blindly, but I'm looking at things through. Okay, I gotta stop being pretending to be this like egotistical guy. That's just way out of the charts. So today I'm gonna discuss. Oh no.
Point proven again.
Once again, ironic. That's once again ironic. Honestly, it doesn't say. It doesn't say anything about subjectively. Like, I added this here. I like this was like scripted. I was like, oh no, that means like I have to talk about something that is kind of bad. Like, it's just not something that would be enjoyable even after like a years later. Heck, even when this mod first came out, I didn't even liked it. I didn't like it at all. Which is, again, a point that I will get throughout the rest of this video, but still.
I'm not saying he has to like it or agree with it. It's just, he's being insanely toxic in the way he's acting it. In the first 30 seconds, he's not being constructive. He's just saying, oh no. Like,
Okay, once again, that's a point that is going to be destroyed later when I get to reviewing the actual mod. Once again, you're not proving your side of things. You're just like saying you're saying the thesis statement without writing the rest of the parts. Like, come on. You gotta do more than that. This Incredibox mod has gotten a lot of praise a year ago, and I can't seem to figure out why. Now, don't get me wrong, exactly. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy this mod.
by the way, my opinion still stands. Deep Blue was a really good mod. Like, subjectively, in my opinion, because I enjoyed it. We'll come back to that. I enjoyed it. Which, to me, is subjectively making it a good mod.
Okay, once again, like I said, there's nothing wrong of liking the mod. You are allowed to like it. But once again, like I'm trying to mention this multiple times, it does not excuse from criticism. That's all right. But just because it's enjoyable, that doesn't make it a good mod, doesn't it?
Just because it's enjoyable doesn't make it a good mod is one of the biggest hypocritical lines I've ever heard this year. If you enjoy something, you're gonna think it's good at the end of the day, okay?
Well, that's exactly the problem that I have with this community, exactly. Because once again, every time when a mod comes out, everyone enjoys it. They enjoy it blindly. They don't see any problem with it. They're not looking at it for like a critical magnifying glass of any kind. They're just seeing it through. Once again, this is like ironic of how he calls me hypocritical, even though I am, like, honestly a lot more critical as a critic than these guys are. And yet they're not even trying to be critics. Like, I get it, like, they're not critics, they never asked it to be critics, they never wanted to be critics, they just wanted to play the games, but considering of how these guys are only these guys are around here and not like actual musician critics, it kind of makes their opinions seem objective. And that's like a very huge problem.
Be honest. And if you come back to that a year later and still find it enjoyable, you're just gonna think it's good again. If you don't think it's enjoyable after visiting it again after a year, that just means you moved on as a person. Maybe your tastes have changed. People change, bro. You're not gonna like something for the rest of your life.
You know, out of all the points, okay, now that is actually, that's actually like, you know, a decent point, because like, I get it. Like, now let's take Ratatouille for example, and yes, I will mention that movie once again to everyone who had their minds blown off. Ratatouille is like, to at least what it was to me, a perfect film. It was a good Pixar film. I never really got attached to it that much as like other Pixar films. But then for some reason, one guy was like, Remy's character arc doesn't make any sense. And I watched that video, and now my opinions of it has changed. A certain video can change your certain opinion on something. You know that, right? If that video could change my opinion, maybe you can find a video that can change yours as well. Now, once again, I'm not trying to say that everyone's opinion is wrong. I'm not saying that, well, technically I'm not saying that my video can change everyone's thoughts about something, because I don't have that power. Just the ones who do have that is like, once again, popular YouTubers like Schaeferless and Saberspark. But yeah, once again, like, your opinions can change in one way or another, buddy. It's not just enjoyment. It's also about understanding about something. I understand what sounds good and what sounds terrible. It's not just about enjoyment. It's about understanding something, which this community lacks a lot.
Okay, that's not how people work. People change. People constantly evolve. People's opinions change all the time. And a year is almost definitely long enough for that to happen.
You hear that, Artemy Coppage? I mean, yeah, that's definitely what happened to me. I thought it was okay, but it seemed to aged worse in my mind than it actually is, which I was I was kind of blind, but not really blind. Like, it's like a 50-50 thing. Easter, Azeroth, Jack-o'-lantern, Potimer, and Nori.
Why am I being called out?
Because you also were in the group of, hey, let's make a gaming video about something and like it. But once again, I have no issues with that. The real issue is, like, everyone agrees to the same thing. And everyone's content is the same. Heck, even Artemy right here is becoming Neaster again. Well, not again, but he is, this Ukrainian guy, the one that I'm pointing my cursor to, is literally becoming a Ukrainian version of Neaster. And so does everyone else. Everyone is just Neaster. Reminder, I have made the reception part of the video. I have watched all of their videos on the Deep Blue mod, and their reactions and their thoughts and their type of content are the same. Heck, even Artemy is doing that type of thing as well. Like, why? Oh my god, like, why? I hate how... See, that's another thing. Like, the Incredibox community is kind of becoming, like, content that is to mine. Just content to mine. I've pointed that out in my Deep Blue review video. I'm still going to mention this again. Why is everyone becoming like Neaster? Why? Why not be your own content? And that's what I'm trying to do with my own review videos. I'm not trying to be the exact same thing over and over and over. No. I hate that type of thing. But at the same time, I kind of have to, even if it's just... It's kind of me rushing a bit. For the sake of it. Open that bad?
I know I covered this mod, right? That's probably why.
Yes, that's the reason. That was the only reason.
But it's so weird. Because I've never been called out in a video. And now that I have...
Yeah. That's a new experience to you. Just like you're calling out to me.
It's a horrible take because it's hypocritical like crazy. The guy is out of touch. He wants to sound like he's better than everyone else.
Okay, once again, ironic because everyone is agreeing on one thing, and that is positivity. And if anyone else disagrees, they can get attacked. They get backlash for it. Once again, ironic of how you're trying to disprove my points, even though, if anything, you're making my points a lot stronger than you think. I am literally seeing it everywhere. I saw it on my comments on that video that I made, and everyone else's comments. I am seeing it everywhere, buddy. I know I'm not exactly proving here because I'm not showing any, like, screenshots or anything. Well, technically I'm saving all of that for part 3, but... My god, like, it's very hecking ironic of how I'm trying to be different, and yet people backlash that because it is different. Like, what's the problem with that, huh? Like it's like you have to turn your brain off in order to enjoy it. Turning my hecking brain off. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to watch, like, mindless videos, alright? Those videos were mindless. The videos I watched for my reception part of the video was very mindless. Like, they did not give me anything to work with. Just like how he's ironically doing it here.
And on top of everyone, it's clear as day.
Once again, it's not, because you're not explaining anything.
I'm okay with being called out for something I genuinely did wrong, but for something that is subjective, like calling something good or bad, that's opinion. At the end of the day, you are entitled to your opinion. Now, I'm not gonna watch this whole thing.
Well, you kinda should. Not like make like a whole entire reaction of it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to see that. But come on, you gotta understand what I'm trying to say. Understanding matters.
Because again, let me point out, it's 3.5 hours long. I am not gonna sit here and give this guy 3.5 hours of my watch time. You understand me? All I need is this short snippet to tell you that this guy, and rightfully so, is being bombarded. 10 dislikes, 4 likes.
Ironic of how you say, rightfully so, bombarded by these comments. And yet, everyone is doing the same exact thing that I'm criticizing them for. They're acting the same way that I criticized them for. How mindless is that? Like, guys, don't you guys have, like, I don't know, some moral standards or something? Like, I am genuinely curious onto how you guys work as a community. Also this guy. Bro wants his revenge. Also, for some context, in the second part, this guy just literally supported a hecking problematic person. I'm not going to say who yet. That's for part 2 of the ICS thing that I'm doing. But my God, when I release that video, don't worry. I'm sure I'm gonna include this guy as well, because he was part of it. And not only he was part of it, but he was at the wrong side. Objectively. On the wrong side.
Everyone in the comments is saying everyone's jumping on this guy. Am I surprised if he's acting like this much of an idiot?
Once again, ironic of you saying that, even though all of you guys act like idiots. I've saw 5 of the videos that critiqued the Deep Blue mod, even though I could barely call them critiques, because I analyzed this mod way much more than all of you guys, and, well, especially this guy and Potimer combined. And yet I'm the idiot here. Wow. Very ironic. Yeah, and that's another thing that I'm going to criticize this community for. Why the heck are you putting your own problems and blaming it on someone else? Like, that sounds very, very egotistical. Heck, I would even say it's very narcissistic. That is what it looks like. Like, why? Like, my God, like, this is... A lot of this is... a lot of this video is very... It just reeks of irony.
Like, you can still be against something and not be a douchebag about it.
Well, to be fair, you guys, the entire community is not exactly a fruitful place to live, so... And Luxlem is not even that fruitful of a person, but... Once again, very ironic and honestly kind of like one-sided. And yet he's not even explaining his side of things that well.
The 3 hours and 30 minutes just tells me the guy has too much time on his hands. He has nothing else to spend on but yap for 3.5 hours into a camera with a Freddy Fazbear background.
Once again, That's Shadow Freddy. And number 2, I actually have a life. Like, I'm not just a guy behind the screen, behind the avatar. I actually have, like, a house here. Like, let me disprove you. You heard all that junk? That's me in a house. I live in a house. Fun fact, I live in a house. I actually go around and do stuff, not just stay in one room. At least, like, I mean, to be fair, I stay in this one room for mostly of the time, but I go out at some parts. And yet this guy looks like he's just chilling out here. Once again, another point of irony. Another point of irony. Just saying.
Just saying.
Just saying. But I'm not the only one to think that this mod is.
Like, bottom line here is the guy needs to step back and chill. Collect his thoughts objectively. Okay.
Oh, so once again, very ironic because you guys never do that. You guys are just, wow, this mod is cool, and just once again, the way that these guys criticize is not real criticism at all. It's just pure enjoyment. And it's feelings. Feelings aren't understanding. Understanding is something that I would use. My brain, I use that for understanding what makes something good or bad. That's being objective with something. I try to be objective. And yes, I do that sometimes, but even then, I don't have any friends, so I don't really care about making friends. Not even to you.
Because he needs to wrap his head around that. Not everyone has to like the same thing, because...
Exactly! Exactly my point here, my friend. Once again, it's so painfully ironic of how you trying to disprove my claims and all that stuff, and yet you guys are just admittedly proving my point a lot more than trying to disprove it. Exactly my point here, my friend.
Again, do you know the reason why it's called subjective and not objective reasoning? Because good can change into bad at any moment, okay? In your head.
Well, not in my head, but... well, technically on the ears, because it's annoying. Okay, that's actually a bit reverse psychology on that, but... my god. I mean... but, yeah, once again, it's not in my head. It's something that is bugging in the game. But I think... I don't...
like, you're not gonna permanently like something unless it blew you away or it was life-changing.
Once again, the Incredibox community was not even... The Incredibox game was not even that life-changing. Come on, man.
That's not how it works. And he's pointing out the whole community for liking it something. For saying it's good. Good can mean a lot of things. Good can mean objectively good, like it's from the foundation and up kind of good. Like it's got very good foundation, it's got very good this, that. And there's subjective. Subjective is where you like it. It's opinion. And my whole channel was very opinion based.
I mean, I like that you admit that. Foundation. Are you trying to say that everyone agrees? Well, because that's what I also... Because that's what I ironically criticize, is that the popular opinion gets always overbeated. Just overbeats the contrary opinion. Because well, that's not exactly the problem in the Incredibox community. Don't get me wrong, it is. But the entire internet in general, where everyone thinks that the popular opinion is always right and the contrary opinion is always wrong. It's not like that. Sometimes it could mean the opposite. Where people praise this because one YouTuber made one video, and since that video was well in depth enough, they don't even bother to check that, check that mod for themselves. And they take that opinion as facts. And that's the big problem with this community, is that they take what is Neaster's and Azeros's and all of these other popular YouTubers' own opinions as facts. No. That is not facts. That is not facts at all. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that people get opinions from popular YouTubers. And that's a big problem, because it could lead to a whole lot of misunderstanding, where people think that this certain product or film or whatever it is bad, but if people actually use their brains and try to understand it, they realize that it's not that bad. Or it's not that good either, or any of that. Or the opposite. That is what's lacking in this community, is the understanding about something. And I don't see that a lot in here.
I gave a lot of my takes, whether I liked something or hated it. It wasn't an objective goal with any of my reviews. The goal of my videos, okay, was to get people to try and play these mods for themselves as well. Like, I'm not gonna crap on a mod, but I will say what could be better. Now, do you understand that way of thought? Instead of saying something is bad, you could say something could be better, and you say how. That's where you start. You don't start by crapping on everything and not giving a good, objective, valid reason to whatever you're crapping on.
Well, in my professional opinion, and I say that very loosely because it's not really an opinion, but listen, buddy, just because I'm not even like a mod maker or anything, just because I just say it's bad via, what you said, that doesn't exactly... Okay, let me point this out. There's a thing called self-improvement, self-feedback. They don't need to get feedback from a random YouTuber who just criticized their product or their mod. Why can't they do it themselves? Like, what's the point there? I mean, to be fair, like, most critics don't even do this whole, how could it be better type of thing. So, why should I do it? Because I don't have a legitimate reason to do it so. I mean, seriously, like, the better version already exists, and that is the original song. The original song is objectively the better version of the Deep Blue song. The mod was just the worst version. A worse version of it. But the original song was objectively better. There's already a better song. So what was the point? So what's the point of me trying to say of how could it be better if there's already something better? I'm just saying. What's the point? Like, I also kind of do that sometimes in my own reviews as well. So, kind of destroys this guy's point a bit. If not a bit more, but whatever.
Because you can keep saying, is bad, this is bad, that is bad. Why is it bad?
Because it's not a good adaptation of what it should be. I criticized this mod harshly because it fails to adapt something that was good. It doesn't do a good job at adapting a source material. And even as a mod of its own, it's still not very good because everything is raspy and everything is just... See, there is the why. It's the why. I said it in my actual mod itself part. Why does everyone focuses on the longest part, but not these parts in particular? I mean, it is the Incredibox community that I'm talking about, so... They are like that. Not good. Since there are other people out there who thinks that it's just okay.
But okay to some people means good, again.
No. You got that wrong, buddy. You got that objectively wrong. See? Now that is objectively wrong right there. I win again. Listen, buddy. Okay means alright. It means the middle ground. It means mediocre. It means not fantastic or even good, but it also doesn't mean bad either. It means alright. It's on its own. It's watchable. It's serviceable. Okay? It's not an objectively horrible experience, but it also doesn't mean a fascinating one. It's just serviceable. That's it. It doesn't mean good or bad. It's just okay. It's the middle ground. It's the service. It's the silver lining, okay? It's like the middle point. The little teeny tiny point.
Like, okay is a passable grade. Do you get me?
Once again, exactly my point. A passable grade. Like a B+.
That means good. Now, good doesn't mean amazing. Good doesn't mean life-changing. Good doesn't mean, mind-blowing. It's just good. That's what it is. And he said it earlier. Decent. Good. If you search up good in a thesaurus, I'm pretty sure another word you could use instead of good is decent. So what you just said is the same thing. I had to come out of the dead, though, to make this video. But I just find this situation so insane. Not everyone would like the same thing.
Once again, exactly my point, buddy.
I liked Deep Blue, so I said it was good. A subjective, opinionated statement. And I don't know why these guys treat it like it's objective, like it's the whole truth. Because...
Well, to be honest, it kind of is the truth when you begin to understand it. Understanding matters, buddy.
Everyone is different at the end of the day. You're gonna like, I don't know, the masks. I might not like the mask. I did like the mask, by the way, just to point that out.
I mean, yeah, I don't know why everyone hates the masks mod. Like, come on, guys. Like, I get it. The voice is kind of... but that doesn't mean the entire mod it's bad. Like, it's still fruitful on its own. I not only I like the concept of it, just like everyone, like every polo having like a mask or something like that, but it also does that extremely well. Like, I like the evil vibe. Especially, like, one of the polos is, like, a plague doctor. I love that sound. I love that polo and its sound. He also especially works with the Ghost Walker guy. You know, the guy with, like, the Scream mask. You know, the sad ghost face. Like, who has the walkie-talkie thing. Like the Scream movies. I don't know if you guys would know that exact kind of polo, but if you played the Masks mod or seen the Screams movie, I think you guys will get it, but that is not important for now.
Amazing mod. But, you know, not everyone is the same. I don't know why people act in this herd mentality where it's like, oh, if this guy says it's amazing, then I will find it amazing too. You might not. And that...
Once again, exactly my point. Ironic of how you're trying to disprove my points, even though you're adding my points into it more.
That's okay. And that's okay. And you can point out the reason why you don't like it. If you can do that, you know, your reasoning and your thinking is clear. I can tell you why it was good back in the day. It was 9 months ago. So
that's exactly what I did for the Deep Blue mod video. I gave my explanations. Have you watched the entire video? But well, technically no, because you won't even, like you said, you won't even bother to, but do I even need to care anyways?
Since I've last even uploaded Incredibox, so I forget. I forget a lot of these things because I've moved on. I have different interests now, and that's how it is. But it just... This is not the way to point anyone out. Not the community, not the people covering, nor the mod itself. It almost feels like a rage baity video.
Just because you feel like it is. I am tired of this hacking claim. This video is not meant to be rage baity or anything. Okay? It's not meant to make people angry. Well, probably except for the Incredibox community, but even then it's supposed to be kind of like a lesson to them specifically. But yeah, other than that, this video was not meant to make people angry or any of that. Just because I raised my voice or my points were different from yours doesn't mean it's made for people getting angry or make people angry or rage bait or whatever bull heck you say it is. Like, how many times do I have to repeat that? How many times do I have to repeat this? Like, seriously. Once again, for the final time, it's not rage bait. My videos are not made for rage bait. Do you see the title? Sure, it feels like it is. No, it's not. It's to you. Ironic of how you call me rage bait, and yet you are the only ones making it I can't get this right. And yet you are the ones that are getting angry because my thoughts are different from yours. That makes you mad. It's your fault. You guys are being angry because of something that made you subjectively angry. My God, do you guys like... I have no idea how you guys can call a video rage bait, even though that mod has way more analysis than any of the videos you guys made for yourselves combined. I find that extremely ironic of how people can get mad because of one video that is criticizing against something that they love to pieces, and yet one doesn't. Like, that really screams not only biases, but also toxic positivity, because you guys are forcing people to like things that they don't. People don't like it. Just hecking tolerate it, alright? Just get over it already. Like, my god, it's not that complicated. It's not that difficult. And yet you're making it difficult. Why? For what purpose?
To call people out, get people talking about this guy.
Once again, I did not make this video because of popularity. It's because of it's because of people were praising this thing, so I needed that to stop happening, alright? Once again, I did not make this video for any rage bait or popularity. I just made it because someone had to take the responsibility of different opinion, alright? Different perspective, alright? Because, like, it's so incredibly stupid that you just get backlash because you were like, didn't like a single, like one simple mod. I have no idea how something like this can happen, like at any normal day. And yet the people are, heck, even Nyanko is like, bro summoned it the whole community. That is unintentional. Okay, I did not make this video for popularity, yet it got popularity. I did not make this video to be rage bait in any way, alright? I just needed to call out the problems in the community as I should have, alright? And my god, like, this feels so stupid.
All for the negative light. Also, yeah, I did comment on that.
For the negative light. For the negative light. Probably because of something that they don't agree with. They don't wish to agree it. They don't want to agree with it. And yet they have to. Once again, very ironic.
And in short terms, yeah. I don't exist in the space. I don't know why I was called out to begin with. Again, because I covered the mod. Probably that's the only reason. But yeah, seriously. I am a person that thinks things in a very honest way. If I like something...
Oh, yeah. Once again, I'm also a guy who also goes with the contrary opinion, okay? I don't always agree with the popular opinion. I think things differently from you guys, because not toxic positivity at all. But, like, yeah, like, seriously, like, please stop with the whole mindset, whatever that is. I still cannot stand it.
It's good. If I like something a lot, it's amazing. It's great. Did I dislike something though? No. all the things I covered because I wanted to. I don't. I did get recommendations from the people, from you guys in the Discord, etc., to play some mods that I particularly didn't enjoy. But I said exactly why I didn't enjoy and what maybe could have changed, what I would have preferred. I gave a direction of my thought of where the mod that I didn't like at the time. Doesn't mean I hate it. It just means it could be better.
Same for me, but more anger issues.
Just like everything. Everything could be better. Even the good mods out there could be better, right? But some could be better more than others. And that's subjective again. Because what you think could be done to make a mod better is different from what I think could be done to make a mod better. You know, we each have our own sets of knowledge about a certain topic. Music, in this case, and that's fine. It's actually fine. I don't know why people get the torches out. This guy especially going out of his way to record a 3.5-hour video. Is he passionate about the topic? Clearly.
Very passionate. If you can't tell from my raised up voices and my effort to create this.
But is it over the top? Absolutely. Absolutely. You could have kept it a lot more shorter, a lot more concise, and a lot more objective. Because a lot
buddy, that's already happened at the early parts.
A lot of this is probably going to repeat throughout the video. You know, he's going to keep calling things out. He's going to keep saying things are meh. He's just going to keep saying ew.
Once again, you won't even know that if you're going to actually watch the video itself a lot more than you already did.
You know, that's what I get from this. That's what I get from this. Let me know what you guys thought about this guy's video if you did watch it. I'm not gonna link it. Honestly, it's just a funny situation because I have never, ever...
You know, I honestly find it funny as well. Like, you know, out of all the drama that happened in the Incredibox community, I find this one to be the most ironic. Because of something that I made that is like a review, but everyone hates it. Like, well, except for a few people here and there, but it's very far and few between. Like, my God, guys, come on. Stop with this whole kerfuffle thing, like... My God. Once again, my video is not made for rage bait, nor will any other videos will be. But I would like you guys to please stop attacking any content creator who will say the other opinion, even if you don't agree with it or understand it in any ways. Just, if you have any questions, talk to me about it. I will gladly answer if I have to. But don't, like, you know, try to knock back dead, making attack or whatever.
Been called out before. And it's just kind of funny. It's just kind of funny, and I wanted to talk about this really quick. So, that's about it. See you later.
Alright. So that's the end. Overall, I thought it was fine. I thought this response video was fine. There's still some ironic points that he tried to disprove my points, but he just added my points a lot and more, but he wasn't trying to be overall hostile, at least. At least he didn't attack like that. But still, like, bro, you really didn't even try to do anything to disprove my points. In fact, you kind of made me solidify my points a lot more. So, thanks for that, I guess.